Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Big play there on the first play of the game. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brissett. He's got it to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brissett. And he finds his tight end, Graham. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Brissett to throw on first. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Off the draw, here's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They run. It's Williams. Williams loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. The 40, 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Brissett. It's caught here by Adams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On the ground, this is Williams. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 31, Haskins. Benjamin's got it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Complete to Travis Benjamin. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Defense wins championships, baby.
Haskins on 3rd down. He'll get this to Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Set, ready. 6 yards. Oh, you got deep? Single, slot. Hey, you want
3rd down. Here's Haskins.
He's sneaky, guy.
Escaping the pressure right.
Check.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. From the gun, here's Brissett. And Adams has it complete. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Check.
To To throw again on second down. Brissett. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. 4 yards the pickup. First down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brissett again. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
I got you.
Third down, Brissett. The connection made. It's Graham. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and it's 3rd and short.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch something.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Mike Williams. Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Switch up, switch up.
2nd and 10 now, Haskins. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play fake. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Benjamin. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And the Packers first down.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Returning, it's Benjamin. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way. take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Haskins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And an alley to run. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Brissett. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 36.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brissett now, flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 27, Brissett, and he finds his tight end, Graham. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brissett. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll throw again. Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Room here to run. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Here's Ty Long now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Williams. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's now 4th down. Today's final score.
Well, as always, prior